Hello and welcome to Claudie Mae's Travel. I am Latoya and I'm going to be talking the travel industry, cruises, and all-inclusive vacations every Tuesday at 3 p.m. And so I'm going to let the algorithm tell me where I should be going with this channel, but I want a YouTube channel and I'm going to keep trying and I'm going to try to be consistent this time. So you guys are going to get my most authentic self because I find that if I have to edit the videos, then I just won't ever upload them and you'll never see them. So just gonna get on here and tell you what I know. So this video is titled How to Become a Travel Agent. And I'm gonna give you 10 things that you need to know. I started my travel agency in 2018 and I know a couple of things. So here you go. So number one, ask yourself this. Why do you want to be a travel agent? If you think that being a travel agent is like where you get to travel for free and it's like all this easy money and glamorous lifestyle, it's not that. So you have to have a passion for being a travel agent. It is honestly the most aggravating thing that I do, but because I'm passionate about it and I love it, I do it and I get through it and the results are amazing, but it is very challenging. Okay. So I'm going to give you three things, four characteristics that you should have. One, it should be your passion. Two, you have to have great attention to detail. Okay. There are no rooms for errors. We talking booking flights. You cannot be spelling people's name wrong. You cannot book somebody at the wrong airport. You cannot book if it's a group trip and you done booked half of the family at one resort and half of the family at another resort, and they get to their family reunion and realize they're not even at the same resort. This is true story, not with me and my travel agency, but of course I'm a part of different travel agency communities, and people have a lot of issues. And so things like that, you have to have strong attention to detail. You have to be organized. You have to be organized. You have to be able to follow a calendar. When are your clients traveling? When is their final payment due? All of these things. Okay. And you need to be customer service oriented. You are servicing customers. You have to be ready to answer their calls, their texts. You got to be able to answer their questions. You have to be able to be there for them when they having when everything blows up and something bad happens. You have to be able to solve their problems. So that is number one. Why do you want to be a travel agency, and do you have what it takes to be a travel agent? Number two. All right, so I'm a teacher at heart. And whenever I'm teaching something, I like to tell stories. So that's just what I do. But I'm going to say something 3 times. And I want you to listen to me very carefully. And I want you to let it stick in your brain. And then I'm going to give you an example that hopefully it will stick. Okay. Find something that you want to do. So find something that you want to do, whether it's right now we're talking about the travel industry, but anything that you want to do. Find someone doing what you want to do successfully and copy what they are doing. Okay. We are not reinventing the wheel here. Okay. Unless you found some kind of tech startup company that has never been done before, everything has been done under the sun. Okay. There are courses, there are mentorship programs, there are YouTube channels, there people go to college, like all of these things have been done. So find someone doing what you want to do successfully and copy what they are doing. And I'm going to give you an example, something I learned getting my MBA. Go to your local boulevard or avenue, wherever they sell burgers and fries, right? And just take a look around. Take a look around at all the fast food companies that sell burgers and fries. And just pay attention. They are all selling burgers and fries the same exact way. Okay? Nothing new under the sun. Okay? When one started a company, the other one said, "Oh, you got burgers and fries? We're going to have burgers and fries," right? "Oh, you added a drink to yours and you called it a value this? We're going to add a drink to ours. Oh, you got chicken nuggets? We're going to have chicken nuggets. Chicken sandwich? We selling breakfast." It's the same thing. They are, and I'm not talking about the differentiation of products. Like you got a sesame seed bun and I might have a brioche bun or this kind of bun. I'm talking about it's burgers and fries. So I'm going to say it one more time. Find someone doing what you want to do successfully and copy what they are doing. Number 3, let's talk about the travel industry. What is a travel agent? I found this definition and I'm just going to read it because I thought that it had all of the things. Okay. So a travel agent is a highly organized professional who is passionate about travel and helping others. They are focused on creating the best possible experiences directly catered to their clients. They work with hotels, airlines, and other vendors to create travel packages and experiences that their clients will love. Travel agents can work with large groups, individuals, families, professional organizations, and others to help create seamless travel experiences to help create memories. I thought that this was an amazing definition of what a travel agent is. And I'm going to just give you an example. I'm a visual learner. And so how I learn is either I need to see it or you need to tell me a story about it. And I'll always remember the story forever. So I'm always telling a story when I teach. And I hope that this can help somebody who is a visual learner and somebody talking to them about something might not be ideal. I know I don't learn very well that way. And so here's a story. I own XYZ Hotel. I have 200 rooms that I need to fill and have booked at 80% capacity every single day. Okay. In order for me to have all of my rooms booked at 80% capacity, I mean, 100% capacity is great, but I only need 80% to make a profit. In order for me to accomplish this, I'm going to have to do marketing, commercials, advertisements, radio, whatever marketing strategies. I'm going to have a call center or some kind of customer service situation because these people, I'm not talking about 200 people, I'm talking about 200 rooms. So if it's double occupancy, that could be 400 people, it could be 600 people, it could be 800 people, right? But I need to be able to have 80% capacity. And so in order for me to accomplish this, it's going to cost me a lot of money, right? So how about I just pay somebody who's going to do all of that? They're going to answer the questions. They are going to make sure my rooms are booked to capacity. And the only thing that I have to do is give them a percentage of what they sell. So if I sell 10 rooms, I get 10% as a travel agent. If I sell 10 rooms, I get 10% of the total. So 10 rooms could be $10,000. It could be whatever it is. I get 10%. Now I'm just making up the percentage because that will depend on your contract with the vendor. And we're going to talk about what a vendor is and what in a second. But stay with me. So I'm not saying that I'm going to charge the person, like because they booked with the travel agent, that I'm going to charge them more. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is if the travel agent helps me out, because it helps me out a lot, I don't have to do a lot of things that I would have to do if there were no such thing as travel agents, right? And so I'm going to just give them a percentage of the total package. Okay. So I hope that puts into perspective what a travel agent is and why we are needed in this industry. Okay. And so we work with suppliers or vendors, and that's just simply somebody who have something for sale. And I'm going to tell you the different vendors that we have access to. So there are excursion and tour companies. Excursions are things that we talk about when you cruise and you go on an activity. You go jet skiing or you go to swim with dolphins, right? Those different kind of companies um, have excursions that you can purchase for your clients. A tour company, say if you're at a hotel, so instead of calling them excursions, they call them tours. Say if you're in a foreign country that does not speak English and I need to have a tour guide to take me around and do like some touristy things with me, you can do things like that. That you go out and you do like a sightseeing tour or whatever like that. That's what they call those kind of vendors. So the companies that offer those, that will be your vendors for that. I know Viator is one. The different cruise line, they have their own excursions and tours and things like that. We have tickets. Now, I discovered that we had tickets when Beyonce tickets went on sale, and I realized we have tickets. Oh my God, we got tickets. I found out too late because the tickets had already done skyrocketed, but travel agents have tickets, ticket vendors. So if you, like, for example, if you booked Vegas and you wanted to include a ticket for your client to see Usher, or if Beyonce is in Vegas, you can book a ticket for your client. So people will add a sporting ticket, so you can go to a football game, a baseball game. You can add, like, say if you booked New York City and they wanted to see a Broadway play. So those are ticket vendors. Cruise lines, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Virgin Voyages. We have like 40 plus cruise suppliers or vendors. And I use the word supplier a lot, but I noticed in the industry, some of them say vendors, but it's the same thing. Somebody who has something for sale. Villas, condos, and rentals. This is if they enjoy accommodations with like a kitchen type of situation, like a house situation, an apartment situation. Ground transportation. So how are they getting around while they're on vacation? They can rent a car. So like Avis and any kind of rental car company could be a vendor. It could be a shared transport company like a bus or a big van, or a private company like a private car or minivan. Yeah, that's basically take care of all the ground transportation. Then you have air transportation, which is your flights. So like Delta, American Airlines, those are those vendors. And then you have hotels, resorts. So like if for a hotel, I would say like Holiday Inn, the Marriott, all those different names. And then you might have Breathless or a Ryu Resort. Then we have one-stop booking vendors where instead of me booking my clients' flights over here and their resort over there, and then they get excursions over there, and their transfers over there, and they have like 8 different bills that they owe 8 different companies. There are one-stop booking vendors where I can book the whole package and everything into one. So those companies are very valuable to us because it's convenient to be able to find everything in one spot instead of being like, I got to get a ticket and I got to get the hotel and I got to get the flight. So, yeah. So basically, I told you my hotel story. So I want you to sell my hotel rooms. Same thing with all of these vendors. They want you to sell their products. Okay. And so don't let anybody tell you it's oversaturated. I just told you a million things. There are a million. I mean, I said a couple of examples, but think of all the hotels you ever heard of, car rental companies you ever heard of. You can have access to all of them as a travel agent. So I'm going to give you a little statistic. Cruise tourism is forecast to reach 106% of the 2019 levels in 2023, with 31.5 million passengers sailing. Now, this is just the cruise industry. And the reason why we look at 2019 is because we had something called the coronavirus. I can't say the word because YouTube is weird, but you know what happened in 2020. It got shut down and travel like went away, right? And so we're now getting back to our 2019 numbers, and we are 106% of those 2019 numbers. So don't let nobody tell you that it's oversaturated. This is a $1 billion industry. There's room for you. There's room for me. You can do it. Okay. All right. Number 4, what do I need to be a travel agent? So you need credentials. In order for those vendors to work with you and give you access to their inventory, they want you to have credentials. Just like a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher needs something that says you are qualified to book with me, right? And so the two credentials that I use is called CLIA, CLIA, which is the Cruise Line International Association, and IATA, IATA, International Air Transport Association. CLIA is how I book cruises, and IATA is basically how I book everything else. And there are other credentials out there, but those are the main two when I am on a vendor's website booking my client's trip. I am giving them my CLIA or my IATA number. It's like your social security numbers in travel, not any numbers that you want to share with anyone. And how I get my credentials is I'm either going to get them independently, where I'm going to figure that out. And this video is not about that because I don't know nothing about that. So you can get those credentials independently by going to CLIA and whoever gives out the IATA, and you can do that. I'm going to do research on how to do that because I would like to do that one day, but that is not what I do. What I do is the number 2 way to get the credential is I use a host agency. And if you're first starting out, I would recommend that you use a host agency because getting it the independent way, I know to get one credential, it was like $25,000. And that was like when I looked at it when I first started. And so, excuse me. And so when I first started, that's was the price. It's probably more than that now. So I don't know what it is, but with a host agency has the credentials and they allow other travel agents to use the credentials. Okay. So I have my CLIA, I have my IATA. I'm going to allow you to use them. And so that's how that works. And you're going to pay the agency a fee. You are going to also split your commission with them. So, I've seen 50-50, I've seen 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. So it depends on your contract with the host agency, how much commission you have to split with them. But you're going to pay a fee. You're going to pay either a monthly fee or a yearly fee. I pay mine yearly because it costs less to pay yearly. And I do split commission. I am at 90%, so I get 90% and my host agency takes 10%. You are not an employee of the host agency. So that's where people get it all mixed up. They think, oh, you have a host agency. You are an independent contractor or an IBO, independent business owner, 1099 contracting agent. You own your business and all its mistakes. They are not taking any of your mistakes. You have to be in compliance. So there are rules. You want to use my credentials, you need to follow my rules because we're going to make sure that you are in compliance. Okay. So number 5, when you're searching for a host agency, do your research. Okay. I'm going to just tell you some things that you should ask. How much does it cost? How much are you charging me to be? And you can go on, you can just Google travel agent host agencies and a bunch of stuff will come up. You're going to see some sponsored stuff. Scroll down a little bit. You're going to see some articles where people actually put together the top 10, the top 25, and they give you like the whole rundown. So go there and find something that's good for you. How much does it cost? You're going to ask them about the commission split, and you might be able to click on their website and have all of that information. But if not, call them on the phone. If they're not answering the phone, that might be an indication whether you want to be with them or not, or give them a chance. Cause I know sometimes I can't answer my phone right away, but how fast are they taking to get back to you? That might be an indication of if you want to be with them. Do they have any quotas? So there may be a revenue quota. You may have to make a certain amount of money every month, or make a certain amount of money every year, or in order to stay active with that company. Some of them don't have any quotas, so if you don't mind having quotas, they might have some things that's good, so you have to outweigh, like, oh, there's a quota, but I'm getting this or that. There may be a recruiting quota. A lot of them don't have a recruiting quota, where you have to bring people in the business and you get like a percentage of the people you bring in and all that kind of stuff. And some of them don't have that, and some of them do have that. So if that's not something you're interested in, then you want to make sure that um, that's something that you take into consideration. There's nothing wrong with those kind of companies, those multi-level marketing companies. There are some people who thrive in them and are making great money. And so being able to, you kind of being a host agency, because you're actually getting commission off of other people. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't have to recruit or have a quota. Um, Access. So what suppliers? I told you about a list of different vendors that you can have access to, but not all host agencies have access to everything. There are some that only give you access to cruises, only give you access to certain hotels, or they don't book with certain companies. And so you need to know, what are you even going to be able to promote? Um, Training. Do they offer different training? So there are 4 different um, aspects of training that I'm going to tell you. Supplier training. So once you have access to the different suppliers or vendors, um, they will have their own training. So I book a lot of Carnival. I've finished all of their schooling. They have their little university where they teach you everything there is to know. So all the suppliers will have their own training. So you want to make sure that you're going to have access to the supplier training. Industry training. They should be giving you access to magazines, like trade magazines, and being a part of email lists where they tell you. I didn't think that stuff was important until COVID happened, and it was like, now I'm like trying to read the magazine to figure out what are we doing here. So it's important to keep up with the industry and know what's going on in your industry. You want to be in the travel industry, you must be interested in the travel industry, right? Compliance. You want to make sure that you have access to compliance training. There are um, I'm going to talk about a little bit about compliance a little later, but you want to make sure that you are in compliant, because there are certain rules and regulations regarding the industry that you want to make sure you're in compliance. And then business training. Are they teaching you like how to pick an entity, and how to get your EIN, and where you should go? Like, what are they teaching you? Anything about how to run a travel business? You want to make sure that do they have marketing? Is there operations management, finance management? Because your business. So when I was getting my MBA, that's all we learned. We learned marketing, operations, and finance. Everything that got to do with your company will go into one of those. Okay. Finance, you want to be able to raise money and have money for your company. Marketing, you have to be able to reach people to even be interested in your company. And operations, that's how you get the bag. Okay. That's how you get the money in the cash register. Cha-ching. Okay. So what are you doing in those 3 areas for your company? Because they all are important, and you can't drop the ball on either one. Okay. Perks. Do they have perks? Some of them offer websites. CRM, FAM trip. So CRM, customer relations management software. This is how you manage. So when I talked about being organized, it's going to have all your clients in one place, everything that you possibly can need from your marketing campaigns, like everything is in your CRM, all your analytics. It tells you how much somebody spent with your company, who to pay attention to, who to ignore, all that stuff. Um, and FAM trips are familiarization trips. These are trips where, like I said, these vendors, they want you to sell their products. They want you to sell their hotel rooms. They want you to sell their cruise. So they invite you. They say, come take a look. Come spend the night. Come look around. Come taste the food. Drink the wine. And that's how we get to go on these fun trips that is for business, that teaches us how to be a travel agent, because I can sell something better if I was there. I can be like, oh, that resort was a vibe because I walked around, I heard the music, which is why I sell certain resorts, because it's a vibe. I was there. I was at the party. I fist pumped with the DJ type of thing. Number 6, now that you know about the industry and you know what a travel agent is, I'm going to tell you what a travel agent is not. Okay. A travel agent is not a deals agent. Okay. And I made this mistake when I started. Okay. Do we got the deals? Yes, we got the deals. Are we going to get our clients the deals? Yes, we're going to get our clients the best possible deals. But if you market your business, I got this deal, guys, I got that deal, you're going to attract people who want to book with your agency based on deals. And those people are not loyal. Okay. Those people are not loyal. They use you for research. They're not going anywhere. They just want you to look up stuff to waste your time. And I would recommend that you don't do that. You want to be of value to someone. I have value that's beyond the dollars that you seek. Okay. So we consider the deals. We save you time by doing research. We solve issues, but there's a bigger picture, right? So people who go online and they see the cheapest thing and that's what they want to book, I'm not interested in that, because I want my client to have a good time, right? They get there and they realize the food is disgusting. The liquor is going to kill you because it's bootleg liquor. You never even heard of those brands. They put it in, they blend it with punch and they call it rum punch, and you about to die of dehydration because you're drinking poison. You didn't get beach wait service or pool wait service. Like you're at the pool and somebody asks you, take your drink and your hors d'oeuvre order. You might not want to wait in line for a reservation at a restaurant. You want to be in a VIP lounge where you can go get a sandwich and a drink and go about your day, right? So I want to be able to offer all of these things and get you in your budget, but don't focus so much on the deals because you think that that's going to bring you people, and people will come, but it's not going to be the client that you want. It's just not. Number 7, we almost finished. Oh my goodness. Okay. Number 7, niche. 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 Tomato. Okay. I don't know. I say niche. You say niche. Who knows? So this is a specialized segment of a market for a particular kind of product or service. When you get into the travel industry, do not try to sell everything. I know it's going to be tempting because you're not making money yet, and you're going to think that it's going to be okay to just sell everything. I did this in the beginning. It should be narrow. Only sell one thing at a time, learn it, master it. You have to be a master agent at what you do. If you sell everything, there's no way that you can have been everywhere and done everything. And there's no way that you can know everything. Okay. And I just did a webinar with Royal Caribbean. There are agents who only sell a certain class of ship. So they have this Oasis class and they have this Quantum something class. I mean, the ships are amazing. They only focus on Royal Caribbean and the Quantum class. Okay. And they are making it in this industry. There are people who only sell Carnival cruises, and that's all they do. There are people who only do all inclusive. I do cruises and all inclusive, but I only book certain cruises and I only book certain all inclusive resorts. Sometimes when I send people quotes and they be like, oh, well, can you take a look at this resort? And I look at it and I see that it's significantly less. And I realize, okay, what I sent them wasn't in their budget. But I respectfully say, hey, go ahead and book that resort. I don't book that resort. And that's just, I refuse to I like if you're that kind of client that doesn't want to make sure that it don't smell like funky feet in your room, respectfully book it on your own. And you're gonna have to learn how to turn down a lot of work. But you will make money with the people who are your target audience. Okay. And you will be able to generate the leads to book what you want to book. So find something that you're passionate about. If you love if you went on your first cruise and you loved it and it's something that you want to do, find a cruise line that you can learn and master. Um, they have ship inspections you can go on. They're doing them virtually now. So you can like go on the Clear website, sign up, and you can do ship inspections verbally. We used to have to actually go like before COVID. I used to go on ship inspections, and we went. You would actually go on the ship before the cruise is taken off. So people are getting off the ship. They're preparing to get ready for the next people to get on the ship by whatever time, and we're on there early in the morning walking around. They feed us lunch and we get to go see all the upgraded rooms. They want us to sell their stuff, so they show us the best of the best, right? They show us the best extended balcony. I seen stuff with upstairs and downstairs, and they got VIP swimming pool. I didn't even know they had that stuff on Carnival. And we were on a Carnival. I think it was like Horizon. It was like changing port to something, and they invited us to come on. And I actually have videos of it. I'll post it in a short or something if I find it. But it was like, wow, that was amazing. So think about what you want to sell. Number 8, you want to create a business plan. Um, a business plan is how you organize everything that you're going to do with your business, and it's really how you stay focused. I look at my business plan at least once a month just to make sure that I'm focused, that I am focusing on my niche and what I offer. I don't want to say the word sell. I almost said the word sell. We're not sales agents. We're not deals agents. We are value agents. We offer value to people. We help them. Um, I told you the definition, so rewind it to the definition. I told you what we do. That's what we do. Okay. It's gonna be your mission. It's gonna talk about your goals. And when I said the marketing, the operations, and the finance is what your business is, that is the core of your business. So it's gonna tell you exactly what your marketing strategy is gonna be, your operation strategy, your finance, and it's gonna keep you focused. So for example, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my operations. So the first thing I do is a marketing strategy, whether it's an email campaign, whether it's doing YouTube or social media, and I generate leads. So I get leads. I get people who will text me or inbox me or call me, and they will say they want to book a trip. So the first thing I do is a consultation. You want to speak to them. So all of this is part of my operations. I have different surveys that I have. So I have a cruise survey, I have an all-inclusive survey, and I interview them. So I talk to them about their goals, their desires, what was their favorite trip that they ever been on. I ask them, and it's strategic. Once you get in the industry, your host agency should be able to give you everything you need as far as knowing how to, they call it qualification. So we want to qualify the customer, meaning an interview, and we're going to get as much information that we can in order to book their trip. So then I let them know in 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to send you some quotes. I send them about 3 quotes. I like to give them different price ranges. So something that is low, medium, and high. Usually the high thing is like the best thing is going to have all the things, but hopefully they see the value because they're going to be able to see what they're getting and that the thing down here is the best thing. But if they want to go there, that's fine. If they want to go in the middle, that's fine. Sometimes it's about the brand. Some people have heard of a certain brand and they just pick that because they've heard. Ryu is very popular, so they may have heard of that before. So they might go with that. So it depends on who it is. And then we do follow up. I would like to know what you liked or what you didn't like. Maybe I need to go to the drawing board and do something else. And we go back and forth. Hopefully it's not too much back and forth because my qualification process is so awesome that I know exactly what you need and what you want. And we can get some money on the board. So we are going to book the client. I send them my paperwork, which is the link to put their card down and all the contracts. So there are different contracts that they have to agree to the terms and conditions and everything that they would do if they booked on their own. And then I get the authorization to put the money down. And then once I put the money down, so everything from every email that I send, there's actually a checklist. And so once they put their money down and I pay for the trip, I send them an email, your trip is booked. I send them an invoice. I send them another email saying, hey, you're booked. You're going to get some emails from me from time to time. Make sure that you save me in your contacts or whatever so that my emails won't go to spam. And I send them, after that, I send them one email every month, payment plan reminders. So all of this stuff is not by chance. And then I'm trying to figure out every day. There's actually a system. There's an operations management system that gets me to that payment, that gets me to that booking, being booked, because that is what we all here for. We don't make no money unless we book. And I did a video on how we get paid. So if I remember, I'm going to try to remember to put a link. If not, go to my video and go to my videos and you can see a video that says how travel agents get paid. And you can see everything about how we get paid. Okay. So if you need a link for business plans, SBA.gov should be your friend. If you have a small business, this is the Small Business Administration.gov. They help you do business plans. They help you do research for your company. They help you, there's a checklist and it has a link for every single thing. I love their website. It really, really helps you to focus on and everything that you need to do to start a business. So anybody who has a business, SBA.gov, I'm going to leave some links in the description box with some links and some things that could be helpful. Number 9, you're going to set up your business. You know about the industry. You're passionate about it. You know how it works. You know what it is that we do. My phone is going crazy. People think I have time to they want to talk to me and text me. I don't have time for that. It's business hours, right? So number 9, I said that already. Number 9, see, they distracted me over here. You want to set up your business entity. Are you going to be a sole proprietor? Are you going to be an LLC? Are you going to be a corporation? You need to have a business name. Start researching names and see what's out there, what's taken. You want to make sure that you are in compliance. So licensing, there are licensing situation in some states. There's a seller of travel licensing situation in the following states: California, Florida, Illinois, Iowa, Virginia, and Washington. So if you live in any of those states and you book and travel, for anyone who lives in any of those states, you might want to do your due diligence and figure out if there are any barriers to starting a travel agent in those states: California, Florida, Illinois, Iowa, Virginia, Washington. So I live in Florida. I have to pay $50 a year for a seller of travel. I have to send my independent contractor agreement with my $50 check or money order to the Florida seller of travel people. They send me an email about 2 months before it's due, and I have to say that I'm a seller of travel of these places on my marketing, even on my business cards. So also there are rules and regulations like on charging fees and how you collect fees and all of these things. So I have to make sure that I'm in super extra compliance. So you're going to make sure that you get an EIN number because you need a business bank account. You're going to decide on a business location. Most of us work from home. You may decide to get an office. Who knows? I would suggest keep your overhead low as possible. Decide whether you're going to be independent or you're going to do a host agency. You're going to decide if you're going to charge a planning fee. So when I told you about how I do my free consult, I do a free consultation, but some people charge for the planning part. So they won't send you any quotes or even start the process unless you charge a fee. And this weeds out the people who use us as deals agents or research agents. I'm not allowed to charge a fee because I live in Florida, and there are Florida agents who charge a fee, but I cannot take customers' money into my own hands or bank accounts. It has to go through my host agency, and my host agency will not collect a fee, so I don't charge any fees. So you have to decide if that's what you want to do. If you can charge a fee, I would charge a fee. If I could, I would. I didn't in the beginning because I was learning, but I know what I'm doing now, so I would definitely charge a fee. To me, it makes you look more professional. You know what you're doing. All of the agents who have been in the industry for a long time, they all charge fees. And so I would definitely charge a fee. And it's not taking money from the customers, from the clients' vacation, because a lot of them, they charge the fee and they put it toward, if you book with me, if I charge you $50 or $100 or whatever the fee is, if you book the trip, your deposit goes towards your trip. I will apply it to your final payment after you make all your payments. Okay. If you don't book with me, then I'll just keep the fee and my time wasn't wasted, and we let bygones be bygones. So that's what the fee is for. And then number 10, you want to launch your marketing strategy and get your leads, and let's make this money. So I feel like in order to be a travel agent, you really need a college course, because I'm thinking about doing a mentorship course where it's like 12 weeks. And we have like stuff to do every week. And then we do like a live Zoom session every week. It's in my head. I'm thinking about it for 2024. If you have any questions, comment them in the comments. Make a comment in the comments. And I'm going to go. I've been here for 45 minutes and I feel like that is enough time for one video. But I hope that this is a start to your journey. of becoming a travel agent. And I hope that you will listen and be coachable, because that's one thing that starting a business, when I said number two, find someone doing it, what you're doing successfully, they're already doing it. So all you have to do is listen. Okay. And I think that you will be fine. So thank you so much for watching. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be here every Tuesday at 3 o'clock. We're going to be talking to the travel industry, cruises, and all-inclusive vacations. Thank you so much, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. That's it. That's all.